But I'm Scott Marshall, the Oath Accountability Project.
I'm Matt Taylor of Carbon County Cop Block. Rick Gonzalez of Valentine Cop Block.
Severin Freeman from Lehigh Valley Cop Block.
Also representing Cop Block Radio here tonight as well.
Airs on Wednesday nights, 10 p.m. on LRN.FM. And you can tune in on the YouTube channel and watch us live and see all our technical problems. It's fun.
Yeah. So when this goes back up, we'll edit out all the blank spots. So sorry.
I wish we could get somebody that was listening from the beginning that could tell us if there was any or if it was just quiet.
Yeah. I mean, if we had any friends that were watching, come on, guys. But
what does it say there? Because
it said nothing till now, but I tuned in 3 minutes ago. Okay, so
it was dead.
Yeah.
Probably.
So sorry about that. So I guess there's a few things that we should retouch on.
So we had the 360 video that I did on the July 2nd, which is really great if anybody has never been through a checkpoint before and has never experienced, how disorienting it is. And, there's usually 24 cops standing around staring at you, shining flashlights on you. It's a really intimidating experience. And it feels more like Nazi Germany than, America. Like, you could just be driving along, minding your own business, and then all of a sudden, you're just, I really hope you don't light him on fire right now.
No, I'm just playing with the safety.
Oh, man.
Since nobody saw this part either, we had Ademo Freeman of copblock.org put up a story, and he did a Fuck Your Badge challenge saying, let's see videos of you displaying Fuck Your Badge, basically. And he chose to burn a thin blue line flag. And after the show tonight, we are going to do the same. So
awesome!
It's going to be a lot of fun.
So I know we don't have a lot of people who right now are listening to.
Do you have your Hangouts app open?
Yeah, the Hangout app is open.
Is it set in the settings to call to? Okay, well, apparently we're just full of technical problems. This is. We threw this together. We threw this together in about an hour, but this is the internet, and we're not perfect. So if you
what's up, buddy?
It's free YouTube video. Go suck an egg if you don't like it.
Providing you free entertainment.
Yeah, we
872
BLST
2576.
You have to go into the settings up in the corner and set it to receive calls.
Yeah.
Where? Here?
Severin.
The guy.
The guy.
The dude.
The guy on the couch. My random half-baked reference. The dude on the couch.
Yeah, I guess it's not.
Okay, so we don't have a call-in line.
You fail at call-in lines, too.
So
I'm just kidding.
We got no call-in line at the moment. We're gonna go out and go cop blocking after this. This is why we're here early and we're all together. So it should be fun. I apologize for the technical glitches that we've been having, and hopefully the audio is working well. Apparently you guys couldn't hear earlier, but I hope you guys can hear great now.
I think you guys are getting some.
Yeah. So, but the most important thing to know when you go through a checkpoint is that you have the right to remain silent. About putting your window down, I mean, that's different in every state. Of course, here in Pennsylvania, you are not required at all to put your window down.
I didn't think you were required.
You're not required at all to put it down in Pennsylvania.
I didn't think you were required to put it down in any state. Fully.
No, in Virginia, you have to put it down because you have to sign the ticket or they take you to jail for not signing the ticket.
Really?
Yeah.
Lovely.
So in some states, you have to put it down. Usually it's down just enough so that you can hear or pass stuff. But in Pennsylvania, you don't have to put it down at all. Is that rain?
It sounds like it.
I hope not, because I really want to.
And even if it is, man, fucking ponchos, we will be out there. We are going to be doing some cop blocking.
Nah, it's dry.
All right.
But it's dry.
don't know what the hell that sound is. I hope it's not too loud on the
Let me
mic.
see it.
But I think it's noise canceling.
Are you in Google Voice?
I'm in Hangouts.
Did you enable Hangouts to do?
Here, I'll work on that.
But if you go through a checkpoint, one of the most important things to know is
I did it
you have the
before
right
mine.
to remain silent. In Pennsylvania, you don't have to put your window down.
I just missed it.
In my video, I chose to put it down just a little bit so you could hear the officers and what they were saying on the video and what they were telling me to do. I have a window visor, so they couldn't even tell that the window was down until I spoke and they could hear me. And it was only down just a little bit. And they kept saying that I had to give them my license. They want to fondle it. They want to feel it with their fingers. They
said the same thing to me. You're not going anywhere till in my checkpoint video. He was screaming over and over, "You're not going anywhere till I see that license. Not going anywhere."
You didn't. No, that's the one where you did all the right out refusal.
Yeah, I did a complete refusal, and the supervisor came over and said, "Let him go. He doesn't look drunk."
Yeah.
They actually ended up threatening to tow my car if I didn't leave.
I've been through 5 or 6 checkpoints at this point now, and I don't have all of them on my YouTube. Some of them, they were really just that. But I've been through 5 or 6 checkpoints now, and never once have they asked me if I've been drinking. Not once have I ever been asked if I was drinking.
Yeah, why is the first question in a DUI checkpoint license or registration?
Yeah,
does this piece of plastic show you if I've been drinking or not? I don't know. I don't know how they even get away with it, but they're mixing law and criminal code and driving, Pennsylvania's driver's code, to be able to pull it off.
Yeah, and the thing is,
So I want to address right here real quick. So it says Bunny Boots just put something up and said that he was thinking about doing a video for an open carry. That
would be pretty cool.
I'm definitely going to try to get this call-in line up here so you can. I'm
looking at firearm right now. I can get one, so I'm going to be doing a couple open carry cop blocks. Actually, most of my future cop blocks after I get it will be open carrying.
Awesome.
I'm excited.
Well, good luck to you on that.
My wife seems to think the cops are going to use it as an excuse to shoot me.
They
Probably
might. So
They might.
I wouldn't do that alone.
I don't want to go do it alone.
Yeah, when it comes to police, I don't, if they shoot me, I want everyone to be able to say, he was unarmed and he always talks about he doesn't want to fuck with it. He doesn't want violence because, they ain't gonna put my face on the news and be like, he was a violent person.
call it. Open doors because it's probably going to go here.
It might,
Here, I can call.
it might ring on both of us. But, anyhow, when you go through a checkpoint, Rick, have you ever ridden in a car? Was he in the car for your checkpoint?
Didn't you
video?
come through the one with me in
At
Bethlehem?
one in Easton. We went to one in Easton.
That's right.
As a passenger, what's going through your head?
And me, knowing my rights already, I already know what I'm gonna do. If they get out of line, but it's really intimidating though. Is the way they do it. They got dogs out there, canines. They got like 6-7 cops surrounding your car. They make it real intimidating for people. They try to make people break. So when they ask questions, they be like, "Oh, he got the weed," It's just the pressure.
Do you have your
They are so intimidating.
I'm not gonna worry. I'm not gonna.
Are you still trying to get that?
I mean, you
fixed?
guys can, but I'm having trouble talking and keeping a conversation going while fucking with this stuff.
Okay.
But I'm just gonna go ahead and bounce off something random. I've had this guy. His name is Drew Comments, and he's been commenting on my page for a couple days, and he has something like 27,000 subscribers. But he's been commenting on my stuff, and his main thing is he doesn't think that the people and the government, like his whole thing is people People
Well, we
don't own
don't.
the roads. The government owns the road. It's like, well, who owns the government? Nobody owns the government. The government is like, what are you talking about? And then how do we have public property to where the public owns the property? Who do you think the public is? Like,
The government is nothing but a consenting.
gang. It's a gang.
Yeah, it's a consenting.
Organized. It's an organized
we
gang.
can go there, but I'm saying as far as what it is as an entity, it's not a thing you can touch. It's not a building. It's not anything like that. It's just a group of consenting leaders. And more, when you look around and talk to people around this country, we're not consenting. No, like voting is down lower than it ever has been because people are just saying, fuck it.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point? We don't want any of these people, but they still keep going as if they have full consent.
Yep.
So more and more people are disgusted with what they're seeing. They don't represent us. They don't represent our desires. The select few are getting ahead, and we, the people, have become a joke. And they use the police to just make sure that we know who's boss every day.
More regulation. I mean, at this point, when I go to do something, I hardly ever ask myself, is this legal? Because in the back of my mind, everything's fucking illegal. Everything is illegal. We live in a country that we have a day we call Independence Day. But everybody is so dependent on the goddamn government. Oh, protect me from drunk drivers. Protect me from terrorists. Like, it's called Independence Day, not depend on your government to wipe your ass day.
Very true.
Like,
Yo, Rick, bounce that over here real quick.
it's just it's getting out of hand. And
It really is. And I think it's kind of interesting, like the point that you're basically making is it's pretty idiotic to celebrate a day called Independence Day when, freedom was something that went out the window long ago. So,
yeah, Bunny Boots said he wants to snowball it into another area. He wants to cover. He bought the clothes to go for it to start off the year. Somebody's and Retro Phoenix. How's it going, Retro? Sounds interesting. Looking forward to it. So these are a couple of our regular viewers. Shout out to you guys.
So I also want to talk about, so it is the 4th of July, and we're sitting here, and actually, as we're setting up, and part of the reason why we have some technical difficulties, because we really didn't give ourselves a whole hell of a lot of time. And as we're setting up outside of the house here, Rick has his thin blue line flag hanging upside down with holes and all. You've seen the stuff he's done to it. I mean, it's been in a toilet, for Christ's sakes. But he's got that hanging upside down out front, and cops just kept driving by. So, of course, we were out there, fuck you, just giving them the big one up. And anyways, they pull around, and they just start flooding down the alley. And I mean, when I say flooding, like 6 cars deep, 2 paddy wagons, the whole 9, going nuts.
That video is already up.
Yeah,
right?
I got that video up. It's on Carbon County Cop Block on YouTube. You can also find it on Facebook at Carbon County Facebook. It's also been shared to Lehigh Valley Cop Block. It's been shared to Allentown Cop Block and over on Oath Accountability Project. So anywhere on our Facebooks, you can find this video. But it looked like it was a very simple call, and they rolled in like they were about ready to take in 20 people at once. So it just kind of shows you the night that we're preparing to go out into, and you should really pay attention to all of our Facebooks, because I'm pretty sure one of us is going to be live streaming some pretty interesting content tonight. So
and as you can hear, there's fireworks going off all around. The cops are out, and like the thing that we saw earlier looked like just like some family dispute, and fucking 10. I mean, when we rolled up, there were already cops leaving, and then more cops came in. Like, what?
Yeah,
don't they see the hypocrisy at all of having every officer on duty doing these, like stopping every car along roads and like,
on
doing
Independence Day,
on Independence
Day about freedom, they are having checkpoints. I mean, checkpoints.
Listen, we decided fuck England over a 5% tax on tea, or 5% tax, or just some little minute. Like, we said, fuck England. Now we have to fucking
20% tax on shit, 6% when you're buying, 20% off of your fucking paycheck, and also they police us just when we're driving around, going from one place to another, having to worry about being stopped and searched just
because your tires are bald.
Because your tires are bald, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, just bullshit like
Not even
that.
a year old tires are
Freedom,
bald. Yeah.
my ass. We aren't free. So, you know, it's so
Slap in the face.
yeah, and you know, once again, on freedom, you know, on a day about freedom, on Hypocrisy Tyranny Day, you know, we're about ready to go out into Bethlehem. You can hear the fireworks going on out there, and one of the craziest things is that all this stuff is basically fucking illegal in Bethlehem. So they're all out there right now trying to stop. I mean, I know yesterday you got a private message from somebody saying, help, you know, they're coming, they're stealing our fireworks. Like, holy shit. Your freedom, my
like,
ass.
do people not remember? Do these cops not remember what these fireworks represent? They represent the mustard shot and the cannonballs that gave us our freedom.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of back-ass fucking rabbit's hole have we fallen down into where the representation of the things that made us free are now illegal?
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of profound, actually.
It's like I said, it's not the people anymore. We the people don't show up to the polls to make these stupid little rules because we've given up. Like they're when your choices are a turd sandwich or a giant douche.
Yeah.
You really don't. You'd rather sleep in than go show up at the polls and wait in line.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this, at least like George Carlin said, at least when I'm done masturbating, I have something to show for it.
Exactly. And you know that I watched George Carlin recently, and I was blown away at how old it is and how relevant every single topic still is today.
You know,
it's like we haven't accomplished anything as a
You know who
country.
else is really good? Is Bill Hicks.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Hicks was
I
right.
like Bill Hicks too.
Doug Stanhope, he's got a lot of bits about the fucking government, and even Ari Shaffir.
So does what's the guy that does Fear Factor?
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan. He does.
You try to get me to watch his podcast or listen to his podcast all the time.
I'm gonna plug a different podcast on my podcast. That Joe Rogan Experience is on point, and he's always the guy saying, "Well, you know, look at these people. Like, these cops are dicks." Like, he doesn't outright say that. You know, he takes a more objective, but he ends up, you know, more times than not, siding with people over cops. But I mean, it's the situation.
Can I plug a podcast not to watch?
Yeah, yeah.
I just want to say on behalf of myself and Lehigh Valley Cop Block, fuck Chris Cantwell and
you, Chris Cantwell.
Fuck you, Chris Cantwell.
Fuck you, Chris Cantwell. Absolutely, yeah.
You
fuck
suck.
Chris Cantwell.
You're a douche.
Well,
yeah.
That's fucking
man,
annoying.
you know what? He's just as bad as fucking Larry.
You know this is going to end up on his YouTube. Right?
Oh yeah,
he's going to make a video about how we.
Well, he couldn't stand up to any kind of scrutiny because he blocked everybody that goes on his page and wants to have a conversation with him.
Yeah, he's such a little.
So bitch. You know this is going to end up on his page. Like, look, these guys from Cop Block are talking about me.
Have you seen he got all his guns on top of the table? Like, he want to show everybody he got guns. Nobody gives a fuck that you got guns. Like, why do you want to fucking display that?
Well, he has Fox
Everybody got a gun.
Yeah. He's already lost all credibility.
Yeah. Watching Fox News, like
he claims to be a libertarian in support of Donald Trump, and you know I've seen so many freedom lovers supporting Donald Trump because the establishment is afraid of him. The establishment was afraid of Hitler too. Like, be careful, guys. You're gonna get yourself exactly what history has. We swore we would never do.
Hey, I want to address Retro real quick. He just asked a question. He said, he asked, what platform do we plan on using if we were to live stream later on today? That's a great question. There's plenty that are out there. There's things like what is that? Cell 411. There's Bamboozer. There's there's YouTube.
And by the way, this is our Cop Blast podcast for the night because we will be out cop blocking. But these guys, you can find Cop Block Radio on SoundCloud and stuff. We're trying desperately to get on Google Play Music, so you can find us there. We may or may not set up a SoundCloud. Depends if people decide to donate, because I mean,
it's kind of expensive.
Yeah.
But anyways, to answer your question directly, I know Carbon County, if we go to live stream, I'm going to go straight to Facebook there. So go ahead and like or subscribe over on YouTube, which the video will be up there later. I'm pretty sure that's how everybody will do it.
Yeah, I may not
right to the Facebook page.
I myself may not live stream. Maybe after I get the camera set up. Usually it's takes me a second to get it set up, so that's usually why I'm.
Well, if two of us are live streaming,
Yeah.
the other two can run a real cameras and get the higher quality.
So I'll be filming in the 360 format tonight.
I know during that whole ordeal the other day with Shapowski, Rick killed it. I watched the video, dude. While he was distracted with me, Rick was on the other side with a perfect view of everything that was happening during the stop because Shapowski was trying to block us from filming it.
Chat's not current.
It's not?
No.
Oh, well, our chat is
I got it. I'm on it, but
our chat's a little slow apparently.
The other day, it really does pay off to have more than one person, with somebody live streaming and somebody running a really nice camera like I have the Sony A6, and that thing picked up that entire stop perfectly. You could even hear him talking.
Everything was clear.
Everything was clear and perfect.
From where I was standing.
From where you were standing,
wow.
Yeah. And then when you walked over, especially when you walked across the street, you could see everything clear as day.
Because I couldn't hear them.
You got to turn it up real loud to hear them, but you could see them clear as could be because it was real dark over there.
Yeah,
because that camera brought up all the light.
yeah, and I know if you check out a 360 video that we're all involved with, you can find it on multiple different. You can find it on all of our YouTubes and Facebooks. But if you look at that, that's a perfect example of what cop blocking as a team was like. We were right on point. Everybody had a different angle going on. We had live streaming. We had a 360 camera going. We had backup video from afar. We had up close. I mean, when you go out and you do it and you really, really, want to make sure that you are well protected. You have Rick, who was standing about 25, 30 feet behind us, specifically because that doesn't put him directly in the situation at all. Which means if anything were to happen, Rick, you falling asleep on the
You're right over there.
I'm
just looking at the stream and you looking like you mean mugging like the computer. You're just like,
yeah, he does. But anyways, we have him that far back for the sole fact of if anything happens to us three, he's not a part of the situation directly. He was never, he wasn't close enough to be a disturbance, nothing. So we have somebody who is able to push the information out that something happened to us three. Then we have us that have different stages of where we are at. We got a live stream going, so people are able to see that something happened to us there. We've got something that's backing it up, and we've got a 360 to make sure that you can see all the way around the situation. So nobody can sit there like you get on many different videos and say, oh, well, we can only see what the little video shows us. We don't know what was happening before or around. Well, that solves every single problem that people have with what we're cop blocking and what we're doing. Like, you see every single thing that was going on of the situation.
you see us, you see our demeanor, you see the cops' demeanor.
We picked this technology up first as cop blockers, but how much you want to bet this becomes a standard for cops and body cams?
It really should
360
be.
cameras. So then internal affairs can literally go in and see exactly from the cop's point of view in virtual reality and see exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. These cameras are...
I mean, they probably have to wear like a special hat or something.
That's okay. They already wear stupid hats.
Yeah.
Like they can fucking put one on.
You see this?
Maybe they should put a little propeller on top
with the fucking strap that comes right underneath or right on top of the chin. Like it's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen.
We make fun of them and call them costumes, like really
hat
costumes. Some of these departments.
Yeah, I love calling them a costume right to your face. Like, I don't give a shit about your costume, but they're like, it's a uniform.
Sure, it is. That's cute.
The uniform. What does that even mean? That you guys do all look the same? Yeah, well, we all look the same too.
Yeah, well, it perpetuates the whole fucking like cult of a brotherhood. You know what I mean? Like everything that they do is all for this fucking flag now, this thin blue line. So of course they want to make sure they represent themselves every way possible. I mean, that's why you have the uniform, the badge, but then it goes even further to the fucking Fraternal Order of Police license plates, the thin blue line stickers, everything, just to make sure they all know who the hell they are. Cops are like vegans. You can't go 5 seconds without learning that they are one.
Yeah, you meet them and they're holding their breath like they're just.
I was so happy when
I'm a cop.
blasted vegans on Facebook. I was just sitting there like,
oh my god!
Oh, I hate
I'm
those
I'm not gonna directly drag anybody straight through the mud, but sometimes you're on your Facebook, you get that one person who they have a cause, and you're like, cool, it's cool that you have that cause and you've made that life decision, but they hone in so far on it that and they post so frequently in blast posts that no matter what you do, you're like, okay, here you go, like cop blocking, friend, mom. 18 freaking memes
All right.
about how it's bad to eat meat.
We get it. You hate vegans.
Yes, I do.
We get
I think
it.
it's
You
dumb.
know,
So we're gonna move on.
but
Fuck vegans.
but yes, check out on Oath Accountability Project. You can see the 360 view of everything that happened the other night. You can ride through. You can fucking you can make sure. I mean, you can experience the checkpoint for yourself. I mean,
Yeah, I actually wrote an article on that for copblock.org, and it's a really cool experience. When you put that on, you'll actually turn around, and it feels like you're in the stop itself. I mean, I know personally when I did it for the first time, you're able to see all around what's going on. So when the cops surrounded his car, you got that sensation of like, holy shit, what's going on, and then as he starts to shut them down, and shut them down hard, it was an awesome experience because you start to, you're rooting him on, and you feel like you're sitting right next to him. So it's a really cool technology, and it's awesome. If you've never been in that situation, you can easily just jump in and feel what it's like to be, sitting in a car with a cop blocker and how this works. So, I'd say jump on over to his YouTube at Oath Accountability Project and check that video out. And especially if you've got anything like Google Cardboard or any VR sort of player, check it out that way because it is really, really cool. It's an awesome experience.
Are we wrapping up at 7:30?
Yeah.
we'll wrap up at 7:30. Sorry for the people that tuned in from the beginning.
Do you want to talk about the flag at all, and really just focus on?
Yeah, why not?
I thought we'd talk a little bit about. There was some memes already made about this where Rick put it in the toilet. That thing took off. And,
I don't know what I was thinking.
I really would like
I was
to.
just so fucking upset
that
at this
flag.
fucking flag.
Here it goes again. Here it goes again.
Oh, I fucking hate this flag.
Well,
Fuck your thin blue line.
the amount of feeling this flag seems to bring out in people. We've gotten death threats. People have said that they hope ISIS kills us, and
Yeah,
I get death threats daily.
Yeah.
I don't understand these people that go on the news. I get death threats. I get death threats daily. What do you-
right.
Well, I want to. I don't know if I'm one of
the.
the people that are totally on board with burning an American flag.
This
there are
is not
those
an
out
American
there.
flag.
No,
This is not a statement about
This
burning
is
the
a
American
disrespect
flag.
to the American flag is what it is.
Yeah,
it's a disrespect
absolutely.
to the American flag.
There's no part of that flag that feels American to me. What that feels like is a symbol of oppression. Like that's what that is. That is an oppressive symbol. Like when you take something that's supposed to be meant for freedom and basically your core beliefs, and then you take it and you bastardize it to represent something that is completely polar opposite. I mean, it's got to go. It's got to go.
I mean, Nazis have the American flag that they sell in
Yeah.
their stores that has Nazi symbol instead of the stars. This is to me no different than that. And for somebody to get upset over us destroying it, it doesn't represent fallen officers like you claim. It doesn't represent the American flag like you claim. To me, what this flag represents is the officer in Reading that never saw a court date. The officer in Bethlehem that beats his wife and still can't seem to get fired after numerous videos of him abusing us on the street. To me, it's Sandra Bland's killer. To me, this represents every lie and deceit and fight that we have had to have that we should not have to have. We should not be in this fight. They're supposed to work for us. When we say we want them gone, they should be gone. There should be no union and no politics involved.
Well, shit, I mean, if you really think about it, our Constitution is written with the fact that if we don't agree with the fact of the way that our government is ran, we feel that it is corrupt and everything, we should be allowed as citizens to be able to just whitewash it and refill. And right now, and it writes in there that we are able to bear arms and go to the White House. Now, granted, if we were to ever try to do that, they would gun us the fuck down, which right there says that the Constitution that this country is written on is just it's as fake as the fucking monarchy in England. It's just a facade. It's just there to look nice.
I just posted a story of a federal judge quoted as saying the Constitution doesn't really apply in today's world and shouldn't be taken in so much context.
I think I saw that. It was just he saw no real need in it, and that it was outdated.
Yeah.
What?
Are you kidding me? Like, this is all America is founded on, because what we're going toward is a police state. Very scary police.
We're already there, man. That's what that thing represents.
Yeah, and other countries are already warned about our country. When people travel here, they're warned, watch out for this and that. Like,
and watch out for the American police.
Yeah, we have a reputation. I mean, I get the comments from all over the world on YouTube.
Yeah,
the police in America have a reputation as being brutal.
Yeah, I actually want to bring up a comment here that we just got on the YouTube by Edward Griffin. He said, you know, and I think he's talking about the thin blue line here. It says it reminds him of a movement that draws a line between them and everyone else. And I agree with that.
Yeah.
It really is. It's basic. I mean, because you can't sit there. I don't think anybody can sit there and tell me that cops do not get special treatment. I mean, if you've ever worked at a fast food joint when you were younger, you can turn around and see that the you know, inside the computer system, there's a button that gives police a special discount, and that's everywhere.
We need a Dimpus burger. It's for a cop. Why did you say that? Were you gonna spit in it or something? Hold the spit. Don't spit in that cop's burger.
But I mean, you know, it goes all the way down to the court systems where, you know, you have somebody who is being convicted or accused of the same exact crime getting a completely different treatment. So it really is just a unification of their bullshit in one symbol that they stand alone. That line, that blue line is the line drawn in the sand that Mr. Griffin here was referring to. And, you know, it's got to go. It's bullshit. It is a slap in the face to freedom and everybody else who does not get to be a part of their little fancy club. That's my feelings on it.
Yeah, I mean, like George Carlin said, it's a big club and you ain't in it.
Yep. Yeah, and, you know, I want to talk about what Drew Dash just said. He said the Constitution created the United States. If there's no Constitution, there's no United States. And he's correct. I mean...
I kind of want to challenge that because lately I've been trying to think of, like, you know, outside of the Constitution, outside of the bounds of laws and rights and stuff, and just think, you know, what's morally right and what's morally wrong. And I try, like, at this point, I'm starting to try to think of things as not as constitutionally protected, but as right or wrong. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, that's how we should all be thinking, is what's right and what's wrong. And, you know, it's absolutely right that we should be able to film the police. It's absolutely right that we should be able to say whatever we want without having to think about consequence.
Right.
You know, I mean, it's absolutely the right to be able to print and inform people and to do things like this.
Right. Well, I want to, you know, comment here. It says you don't have to wear a badge or a uniform to be brave, patriotic, or a hero. I mean, I don't want to say that anything that we do falls into those lines, but, you know, we could be out there one day and film something that saves somebody's life or saves.
I don't want to say that what we do is brave, but I get called a coward a lot. And I don't know many cowards that stand up to armed men with, you know,
tasers and
guns
and
fucking impunity
and
fucking immunity to fucking do whatever they want. So
to those
I mean,
that say, "Oh, well, you just know that they're not going to do anything, so you're just
like
bullshit."
I've seen plenty evidence to the contrary that they will. I mean, what happened in Reading with that lady that was filming the cop?
Oh man, he slammed her phone and beat the crap out of her.
You punched her right in the face like 3 different times, and then what did they do? Throws it out. Judge Thomas Zavaros out of Reading. If you
can we give him douchebag of the week?
Oh yeah, right there. Douchebag of the week. Definitely the douchebag of the week. Judge Thomas Zavaros out of Reading, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, give him a call. Let him know how you feel about his decision.
Yeah, he's got a LinkedIn profile. Unfortunately, right now I don't have a way to give it to you, but it is there. You just type in Judge Thomas Zavaros into Google. Throw Reading in there. It will probably take you right to him. It's got his phone number up there. Give him a call. Give him a shout out.
If there was any true justice, we'd be able to walk into that courthouse
and arrest him
with handcuffs.
Yeah,
and arrest him. You say, "Damn you! Get out here! We're stripping you of your power."
Absolutely.
I don't think that there's any person not directly connected to that cop that saw that feels that they're okay with it.
Yeah.
The entire town of Reading wants that guy out right now and probably handcuffed. So let's do it.
Yeah. And then what happens? He just gets the walk.
What would happen is we would get to the jail with him and we would probably be severely roughed up.
I mean, we saw what happened with Adam Torres. Fucking 10 months and he's out. Like
yeah. Or how about what's his face? The rookie cop up in New York City, Lang.
I don't care if they even
Peter
just
Lang.
let him out. If
The-
he could get away with walking in
the
and handcuffing him and taking him out of his own
No, he got
room.
community service.
Yeah,
he
he got
didn't
community-
get, he
yeah,
didn't
he
get probation.
yeah.
He got community service.
For
And then
shooting the man in the stairwell.
then I saw a
The council
story
was at
where a cop
600
got
now.
where a cop somewhere got some time and where he can just serve it whenever he feels like it. You know, weekends, whenever.
This
But like
wo-
he just, whenever he feels like serving his time, like serving his sentence. Like, my wife's bitching me. I'm gonna go hang out in jail for 2 days, get away from the wife.
Something just occurred to me right now. We're going out cop blocking in a minute. Bethlehem, if there is going to be fireworks, who's out in force that I'd really love to talk to a few is that Explorer program where they train high school kids to become cops.
We forgot our fucking
We went to a yard sale and found these jackets that say Allen. It's like
Allentown
police.
Police Academy. Like we have police academy jackets.
Yeah, they're gonna hit you with impersonation if you try.
But no,
Yeah,
you
there's
can't,
no badge.
You
There's
can't.
no
There's no
badge.
badge. There's no authority to it. I mean, it's just saying. I mean, at the end of the day, we just be like, oh, well, we support it. We didn't know we were doing anything wrong.
It's the
But-
citizens. It's the academy, anyways. It's
Yeah.
Citizens Police Academy. But these kids walk around with a prick up their ass with police radios to go tell on everybody in the audience that's doing anything that looks like anything. So I don't know. I would just really like to at least talk to a few and see, are you in this program because your parents made you?
Yeah.
Like, what makes you want? What about police makes you want to pursue that career?
like what makes you want to be a rat fink?
Be like, have you ever sat back and actually like asked a kid, be like, do you actually know that like 90% of the kids from our generation when we were young that were all like gung ho dare are the ones who are already in a box right now because they have gone like gung ho and couldn't handle themselves. Like if this is something that they're choosing at this point, it makes me wonder all the way back to the whole being bullied when they were kids, if this is something that really makes them get the power early. And I mean, that's what it is. To me, police are a bunch of bullied kids that had nowhere else to go. So they decide to just gang up, arm themselves, and turned around. And now we have what we have today.
But this program really concerns me because it's targeting high school kids, and it's a lot like DARE, where they're indoctrinating kids to believe that cops are heroes and doing the right thing and putting them out there to snitch on people.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, they got no body armor. They have nothing other than a flashlight
It's
and
turning them into informants.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all
they're basically turning this whole group of kids into informants, and they don't realize it. And they're all volunteers. And if you go try to talk to a kid on camera, they're all trained to tell you that they're minors and they don't want to be on camera.
Yep.
They all say the same thing right away.
Yep.
But I don't know if we hold one maybe a little hidden, maybe stand back. Maybe we could talk to one
I
of
don't
these
know.
kids.
I don't know. I think it's a felony to record minors.
Even in a public area,
I
like
think
fireworks.
It's a public area. It's
Yeah.
not.
It's a
Yeah.
public area.
No,
Fireworks.
if it's a public area, then you're
Okay.
good. I mean, as long as you're not right up in their face and they're like, I don't want to be on camera right in front of their face. But if you have a camera and you're recording and they don't leave, then it's their choice to be.
Edward Griffin said, "Ask the kids how there's a crime when there's no victim in many cases."
Oh,
And they'll be like, well, the person themselves is the victim. Oh, so you want to ruin their lives because the drug might ruin their life?
Yeah.
Is that
So you would rather stick somebody in a cage or a box than give them the help that they
take them away
absolutely
from their
need?
family and stuff, stick them in a cage where nobody cares about them?
Throw them deeper down the rabbit hole that's so hard to get out of.
It's just the.
Yep, that seems like the best option ever, and especially now that you're going to take kids and you're going to throw them on the streets and you're going to put them in, because that gives them the incentive to get into a more dangerous and fucked up situation because they want to feel like they've got, that they cracked the case or some bullshit like that. So they're going to get themselves in deeper situations.
I messed with them last year and rolled up a cigarette. With a paper and was like acting like I was hiding from him. And the one guy was actually following me around trying to get a look at what I was smoking.
Now I got a question for you. When you go out and you cop block and you're driving around, do you just drive around and do what you normally do, or do you purposely, because you know that you were set, there's nothing on you, you got nothing in your car, none of that bullshit? Do you just purposely
Try to get profiled?
shady as fuck, like wear your hat all up like this and fucking
get profiled?
really look by, or even just
Like when you ride by, and point at him when you drive by, like, look, a cop.
just the most shadiest shit, just to be like, the other day we were just like, fuck it. We drove by a Lehighton cop. It was it was the ex-chief of police. His name is Matthew Bender. He's just sitting there out in front of our Dunkin' Donuts, and as we drive by, we both just give him one of these, just the whole like rubbernecking like a motherfucker at him. And sure enough, whips right around. Comes up behind us and follows us for a good half mile before disengaging.
Yeah, he got a different call.
Yeah,
so he was behind us, and then he got a call to go somewhere else. So he pulled off.
Yeah, I've done it at a checkpoint. Actually, I've intentionally turned off before the checkpoint, hoping that they'll come do a traffic stop. But usually they see my car and they know right away, and they just they try to avoid.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go to court.
Yeah, the best thing is when the cops don't know they're being audited and they go all out. Like when they don't know you, like at that checkpoint, when they don't know you, they think you're just everybody else that's going to submit to whatever they say.
So I got a question for you guys. Are you guys ready to go out and do some fun cop blocking?
Yes.
All right, guys. So I think this is where we're going to end it for tonight. This might be where the show stops, but this is not where the content ends. We're going to have it coming out all night long. So be sure to go ahead and head over to Carbon County Cop Block on Facebook and YouTube. Like and subscribe if you want to see some of the live stream that's going to come out for me tonight. Also, check out these guys. Why don't you tell them where you're from, guys?
Lehigh Valley Cop Block, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Just type in Lehigh Valley Cop Block. You'll find us.
Allentown Cop Block.
And I am Scott Marshall of the Oath Accountability Project and Carbon County Cop Block. You can find both of those on YouTube and on the Facebook.
Also, guys, make sure that if you're out going, doing anything tonight, make sure you go out with a good full charge on your phone. Always hold your phone to the side.
And Edward Griffin, we probably won't be using Bamboozer. We'll probably just be streaming straight to our Facebook pages.
But
real quick, I do want to throw this out here before we end. There is a flaw with that. Just so everybody out there and you guys know, if you don't hit that finish button, it will not post. Meaning if you're arrested and you keep your phone rolling and it's a Facebook feed, people might watch it live. But as soon as they close that feed, if they don't hit that finish button up in the corner, it does not post the video and will not save it. So make sure if you're in a situation where you're being arrested, quickly hit that finish button so everybody out there knows what's happening.
Being arrested, hit finish.
Yep. All right, that is good to know. Make sure also, guys, head over to copblock.org/store. Get all your cop blocking needs. You can take a look at our shirts right here. We've all got different ones.
Except for me.
Except for Scott. Scott's got the OG Dr. Bastard for President shirt on. But, you can get your cop blocking gear. You can also get your own shiny badge that says badges don't grant extra rights. Anything that you're looking for. Don't forget, like we said, get yourself a streaming service. Make sure you get a hold of everybody. Let them know how to watch it. Live stream when you're out. Stay safe. Have yourself an awesome 4th of July. Severin and myself, we will see you on Wednesdays. This Wednesday at 10 p.m. Not only on copblock.org/show. We will also be live on LRN.FM. So make sure to tune in and check us out on Cop Block Radio.
We're all going to be there.
Yeah, we're all going to be there. So
we'll talk about this whole week, and we'll show you all the videos. You'll get a chance to actually see them live.
Right there. So check you guys on Wednesday. Have yourselves a great night. Stay safe. Get drunk. Have fun.
And remember, remain silent and hold your phone like that.
Peace.
A second to close it.